Hello, welcome everyone. Happy Black History Month. I got on my Black Excellence shirt. As you all are joining, let me know how you're feeling today. Are you feeling good? Are you feeling great? Are you feeling nervous? What is going on? Welcome. Today, you guys, we're going to be talking all about how, as women of color, we can create our own opportunities. This is such a timely topic because we're hearing so much about companies laying off, the financial impact, especially towards Black women and women of color, and it is Black History Month. Woo, woo. Okay. We're going to get into it. Why did I choose this topic? I chose this topic for a number of reasons. One, I am clearly aware of what is going on in the world, right? Two, I want to give you all other alternatives besides when people are like, get a job. Okay, well, there are other things we can do. And how can we create our own opportunities, especially when people are actively trying to take opportunities away? How can we stand in our own power and create those opportunities? Also, I am huge in the power of manifesting and creating what you want. I've used that to create my multiple six-figure business, to create the life that I have now, the wonderful business, and the space and the ability to travel and have financial freedom came from me creating my own opportunities and believing that I could manifest what I want. So I want to share that with you all today. So if you know someone who needs to hear this, tag them, whether they've been in their career for a while, whether someone has just gotten laid off, whether they just got a promotion. And if they need to hear this, tag them in the comments. Tag them. All right, we're gonna get started, you guys. Yeah. All right. So, how can we, as women of color and Black women, create our own opportunities right now? Right now. Here's my first tip: create something. Create something. I've actually been challenging myself to create something every day. That something could be a new recipe, a new meal, a new hairstyle, makeup. I've been like creating like poems just to get myself creating and get myself in the flow. But when you create anything, you're putting your creation out there and you can create new opportunities. I want to give a shout out to my friend Jasmine Kiana. She wrote this book, Falling Madly in Self Love. And this is her creation, you guys. I've already started reading it. It is amazing. I'll do a whole review on it. But I have clients who have created books. They still work full time. They still have their job, but they've written books, they've birthed and created something and put it out in the world. I have clients that have created podcasts, that have created a LinkedIn weekly series, that have created series on Instagram. I'm not even on Instagram. I have people I know and clients who have created like a whole speaking engagement, like side business for themselves. Figure out what can you create, and you can start small. But if you want to create opportunities, first you got to be like, what can I easily manifest and create right now? Right now, right? That's step one. Step two, then as you start to create a little bit, big or small, right? Let's start thinking about that vision of what you want for your life. Right? What type of opportunities do you want to attract? It's like, all right, I'm going to create this book, but what I really want is speaking engagements and a coaching business, right? It could be like, I'm going to create a motivational deck of cards, but my real vision is to impact women of color, right? My real vision is the bigger vision is to do corporate trainings on not just diversity and equity, right? How they say it's a bad word, but like how these things and having a diverse workforce can make companies more money, right? Like, what is the bigger vision now behind the creation? Or how can you utilize your creation for your bigger vision? This is how the opportunities are going to come, okay? Step three. And if you all are following along and you are loving this and you like, Latrice, I love hearing about creating my own opportunities. I'm going to be coming up with a whole program on how to manifest your finances and your freedom in your career and business. That is something I'm working on in the background. So I will be sharing more about that. I'm so excited to share that with you guys. And if you're like, Latrice, I would like to know more about this right now. I have a workshop. It's free. It's called How to Pivot as a Woman of Color Beyond 40. However, if you're beyond 40, this is going to work great for you. If you're not 40 yet, it's going to work great for you. Put pivot in the comments. Let me put this up. Put pivot in the comments, and we're going to send you the link for the free workshop, How to Successfully Pivot as a Woman of Color. This is great for right now. Everyone should be looking at opportunities to pivot. Yes, we want stability. Yes, we want safety. I believe safety is in planning. When you have some sort of plan, you can create your own safety. Okay. So if you're interested, go ahead and put pivot in the comments and we're going to send you that link. All right. I'm so excited, you guys. Here's my final tip. Find a way to share your creation. It can even be a post. How can you share what you created? Again, you can share it in a big way. You can share it in a small way. One of the things I was like, oh, I'm going to create, I have been talking about it. It's a book club. If you don't know, I am an avid reader. I think last year I read like 60 books. And I have family members who read more than that, who read like over 100 books in a year. So we are huge on reading. My son reads all the time. I read like almost daily. So we're avid readers. So I wanted to start this book club. And I was like thinking like, oh, it's going to be so much work. It's going to be all these things. And I was like, you know what? Let me just think about this. I typed up some things. I was like, oh, okay, we're going to meet once a month. Everybody gets to choose a different topic of the book. It doesn't matter the genre. It doesn't matter like how you read the book, whether it's audio, ebook, paperback, hardback. It doesn't matter. Like I wrote down some instructions and then I shared it. And share what is easy for you. But it felt so good to be like, I created this and whoop, I birthed it and now it's out there. And that's a small thing. And the reason I recommend doing small things first is because it gets easier and easier to create, but you will start reaping the rewards of your creation. You will start to harvest the fruit of the seeds that you have planted, but you have to plant the seeds. You have to share the creation in a small way or a big way. You can start off in a way that feels safe for you. I'm going to come out soon, you guys. I am not completely, but I'm like doing a 90% rebrand. I'm doing a pivot into some different areas. And so I challenged myself, and I had a colleague challenge me, and she was like, well, write a post on this new thing. And so I wrote a post on it. And then she was like, you should share it with everyone. And I was like, yeah, no, not ready right now. She was like, can you share it with me? I was like, yes, I can share it with you. I can share this with you. So even if you start sharing something you created in a small way before you share it in a big way, it will still start to bring those opportunities to you. Because if someone's like, oh my goodness, Nicole is now into career coaching, someone's gonna be like, you know what? I think I have a client for you. Or someone's like, hey, I create design. Someone's like, you know what? I have a colleague who is looking for someone to create her a logo, right? Even putting your creation out there in a small way can help create those opportunities and bring those back to you. I'm going to be talking more about this and more about how we can manifest what we want, especially in our career and business going forward. But I wanted to share this today with you guys. Such an exciting topic. Let me know in the comments, what else do you want to hear from me? Do you want to hear more about how you can manifest what you want? Do you want to hear more about business? Do you want to hear more about business and careers? Lately, we've been talking about both because in recent months and the recent year, we have seen that having a job and having a career is not the stable thing that we always thought it was, right? We've seen that happen. Even if you're great at your job and even if you're with a stable company, things have been happening in the last year that have seemed a little unpredictable, but you can protect yourself by knowing how to create your own opportunities and always have these opportunities coming to you, right? I'll share this with you guys. This is how I got speaking engagements. When I decided I wanted to be like a speaker and a trainer, I kind of created like a little document of like 5 things I could speak about. I was like, oh, I could speak about this on these 5 topics that I could speak or train about, just 5. And then I kind of did an outline, a bullet, and I was going to lunch with a former colleague. And so we went to lunch and I just showed her my little document and I was like, hey, I'm going to be training now. You guys, less than 30 days later, she messaged me with an opportunity to do a speaking engagement and training for her company. And I had been training with them for the last 5 years. This is how it works in practicality. I wanted to share that story so you all see how those tips that I just shared with you, if you implement these and this costs you nothing, you can see an opportunity within the next 30 days. All right. Hey, Katrina, thanks for watching. And she's this pivot. All right, we're going to get that link out to you. Katrina, let me know what do you want to pivot into? Like, where are you coming from? What do you want to pivot into? And you guys, I love a good pivot. I think I've shared with you all before. I was a military spouse, and at one point we moved 3 times in 3 years. Like I had to pivot very quickly in my career, in my business, in my friendships with family. And pivoting can be such an exciting time. It's just a great way to create your own opportunities. And when we do a pivot with a plan, it's like, this is the opportunity that I created for me that I want. Some of the times I've seen people pivot and they haven't liked it because someone else was in control. This way, when you work it from, I'm going to create my own opportunities, I'm going to create my plan for pivot. And so, therefore, if something happens, I know the exact way that I'm going to be safe and secure. You feel better about it, you enjoy it, you like it. So I hope you all take this advice. I am so curious to see. Message me, DM me. I want to know, which of these tips are you taking, right? What are you creating, whether it be big or small? What's the long-term vision for that creation and how is your creation going to impact it? And then who and how are you going to share your creation so that those opportunities come back to you? Share. I do this weekly show every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern or around 12 p.m. between 12 and 12:05. And sometimes it's like a little delay with my system, but I go live on LinkedIn and YouTube. And I want to hear from you all. I want to know that you all are using these tips and bringing these opportunities and creations to fruition. You all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Black History Month and happy Monday. Bye.